Hi everyone, welcome back to Watch It Played. My name is Rodney Smith. In a future episode, we're going to be starting our full playthrough of Marvel Dice Masters, but I thought we should have one episode where I share with you the teams we're going to be using so you can learn the characters and their special abilities. Now, Luke and I have been playing a lot of this game, but we've been using the more traditional Avengers and X-Men teams. We thought it might be fun for this playthrough to just pick our favorite characters, mash them together, and see what happens. So I hope you'll join us and find out. This will also give you an opportunity to see some of the different characters you'll find outside of the base set. Before we get started though, I wanted to show you this excellent playmat that we've been provided with. This is something that's going to be available in the future, and I figured you might have some questions about it, so let's just go over it quickly. Now, I should mention that although the layout is finalized, it's been printed on a prototype material. The final version will be a 24-inch by 13-inch durable neoprene, which can be easily rolled up for storage and transportation. The copy I have is just on vinyl, so the edges are going to curl a little bit, but you'll still be able to see just how functional the mat is. Not only does it have the incredibly helpful gameplay area found in the rulebook right in the center of the mat, but also specific locations for all of your characters and the dice that go with them. Here are the spots for your two basic actions, along with your color reminder cards and the dice. Along the bottom of the mat, you'll find a place to track your life, along with a reminder of what you do on your turn. The mat has a suggested retail price of $19.99, and it's planned for release in May of 2014. To finish things off, we're using glass beads to track our life on the playmats. I also have a dice box here. This is not necessary to play the game, but I thought you'd find it helpful when we roll the dice. This way they don't scatter across the table and you'll be able to see the results more clearly. Now, when I showed you the contents of the base set in our How to Play episode, you would have seen two dice bags. Now, some people thought these were paper bags. That's not quite accurate. They're actually made of a material called Tyvek, which is much more durable and it resists tearing. But of course, you may want to use something different. We have some cloth bags here that we picked up we're going to use during our playthrough. Now, before I show you our teams, I should mention these are basic teams. The difference between a basic team and a tournament team is that you use 2 less characters, 5 less dice, and you start with 15 life instead of 20. The game is already pretty fast to play, but I thought this would make it even a little quicker so we can show you over a couple of episodes an entire playthrough. So let's go to the table right now and let's see the different characters that Luke has chosen for his team. If you're curious about the rarity of these different cards, pay attention to the band of color just here above the die faces. Red means that this Black Widow card is super rare and it is super awesome. Whenever she attacks, she automatically deals 2 damage to your opponent. This is in addition to the potential blockable damage she may deal through her attack value. But you can prevent this additional damage if you have a character in the field that you can spin down by 1 level. Here's a level 2 Nova die, so if I spun it down to level 1, then she would not be able to resolve this effect. The gray color band means that this hero is common, but don't be fooled, this version of Gambit is really good. When you field him, you may then draw and roll an additional die. But if you're showing the burst symbol, you draw 2 dice out of your bag, pick the one you want to roll, and put the other one back. Here's Hawkeye, again, a common version that will absolutely wreck your day. When he's fielded, he automatically does his attack value in damage to a target opposing character. So just by fielding this die, you'd be able to do 4 damage to an opposing die of your choosing. And you haven't even attacked yet. The green band means that this Nightcrawler is uncommon. And at the end of the attack step, you knock out 1 character that blocked Nightcrawler. So let's say Luke attacked with this die, and I blocked with this Nova die. I'm hitting with a huge 7. That's definitely going to knock out Nightcrawler, and he's only hitting me with a wimpy 2, but I have a defensive 7. It barely even makes a scratch. But because of his ability, Nightcrawler can still knock Nova out. This Deadpool is kind of similar to Nightcrawler. When he attacks, you can choose 1 opposing die to be forced to block him, and then at the end of the turn, that die is automatically knocked out. Now here's the thing about the thing. Not only is he a big, tough character, but if at the start of the attack step, the opponent has more fielded characters, then the thing can't be blocked when he attacks. And he also takes no damage when blocking. This was no surprise to me. Luke brought a Hulk smash to the table. This basic action card just allows you to knock out a level 1 character. If you're showing 2 bursts, you can knock out a level 1 or a level 2 character. But it also has a global ability. Remember, this means at any point during a player's turn, they can spend a fist to trigger this effect, even when it's not their turn. And this will cause the target blocked character to deal no damage. And his second basic action is gearing up. This will allow you to draw 2 dice from your bag and roll them, placing them into your reserve. Now, like I said, we just picked characters we liked, but now that I've read through Luke's team, I'm actually a little bit worried. Those all sound really good. Let me show you what I'm bringing to the table on my team. Here's Angel. He's nice and cheap to bring out, but even better than that, if I've used an action die during my turn, he's unblockable. You'll also notice Angel has the yellow color band, and that means this is the rare version of this character. The different versions of Storm have almost a push your luck element to them, which I really like. When I field a Storm die, I'll be able to pick an opposing character's die, force it to be re-rolled, and then if it's no longer a character, say it comes up on its energy side, it's then moved to my opponent's used pile. So effectively, I got rid of it. There's no way Punisher wasn't going to be on my team. If you've been watching our series for a while, you know he's my favorite Marvel character. His ability says that when he's assigned to attack, he automatically gets to choose and knock out an opposing character. But my opponent can reduce their life by 2 to prevent this effect from happening. When Ghost Rider is fielded, I can select a die from my used pile and place it into my prep area. But the die I move over can't be one of the ones I used to pay for fielding Ghost Rider. Nova's not messing around. If you damage him during the attack step, he's going to automatically take away 2 of your life points. What self-respecting Canadian isn't going to put the greatest Canadian Marvel superhero on his team? When the Knucklehead attacks alone, he's unblockable. The first basic action card I chose was Invulnerability, and this means that your attacking characters that are knocked out are returned to your field instead of going over to the prep area. But this only applies to the attacking characters, so any blocking characters that are knocked out go to the prep area as usual. It does have a global ability though. For each bolt you pay, one target character gets +1 attack that lasts until the end of the turn. And finally, Power Bolt. Simple, straightforward, gets the job done, deal 2 damage to a target character or player. Well, that's everything we're going to be using, but if you have any questions at all, don't hesitate to put them in the comments below and I'll gladly answer them as soon as I get a chance. And I hope you'll join us in the next episode because we're going to be starting our playthrough of Marvel Dice Masters and we'll find out who brought the better team to the table. But until then, thanks for watching.